Hello, YouTube family. Greg D, aka the DCUO Gingerbread Man, back here with another loadout video. So much like I did with Quantum, this time around we're going to do hybrid. We're going to use Spore Pod. We're going to use Magma. Like I said, we're going to use Pages. We're going to use Clarion. Because you all know how much I like Pages and the Clarion setup. You all know how much I like the hybrid setup. Again, we're not saying that this is meta, OP. You know how it goes. This is just what I'm using for this particular build. This is what I found to be fun. If you want to try it, try it. If you don't like it, you think it sucks, that's okay too. You don't have to use it. I'm not saying that it's OP. I'm not saying that it's meta. You know how this goes. Before we get into it, if you guys could do me a huge favor, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, or if you enjoy the video. We're working on 10,000 subscribers. We're getting closer. We are well over 7,000 at this point, so 7,100 to be more exact. So you guys can help me out any way you can. It would be a big help to me. Okay, so as per usual with my hybrid builds as of late, we're going to do Tantu, we're going to do Omega, Pages, Clarion for the self-healing to help us continually build up the stacks. 4 Pages to get the buffs, excuse me. And then I'm using Sinestra's Ring. Again, and I've mentioned this in a couple of the other loadouts. You could use maybe Candle in here too, but I unfortunately don't have Candle maxed out yet. So it's probably not worth using it just yet. Okay. Allies wise, I'm kind of mix and matching my allies, just kind of playing around with things. In this case, I'm using Starfire. I'm using Batman Who Laughs. You could use Shazam for the Might Precision buff. If you were going to have a supercharge and a supercharged spam build, you could obviously throw in um, Flash. You could throw in Static here. You could throw in Superboy for his buffs on the support side. I do love Constantine, so I love having the buffs and helping teammates if you're in alert or raid, so that's always good too. You could always throw in Aquaman 2 for the support. Passive ability is just if you are using trinket pets, that kind of thing, which I do. I use the elite henchman and everything, so you could throw Aquaman in there easily as well. Just up to you at the end of the day. You know. So since we are going hybrid as well, we are doing the brawling into martial arts weapon mastery here, or cross weapon combos. My fault. It used to be called weapon mastery. It's not called that anymore. Flight, we just have the 1 point there. Iconics, as per usual. I'm just kind of grabbing Spore Pod, Magma. Neo Venom Boost is always a good go-to versatile supercharge that doesn't cost a ton. It's only, I think, a 5,000 supercharge. Robot Sidekick we are using in this loadout as well, so I have that. As far as your actual stat points, we're doing hybrid, critical attack chance, critical attack damage, as per usual. And then everything else I have split up evenly between precision and might and power. So there you go. There you go. As far as the loadout, kind of similar to the might one, just a little few variances here. So since I am using both Magma and both Spore Pod in here, and since Magma is clippable, I really like that about Magma. We're going to clip Magma with the weapon buff into Spore Pod. Cryokinesis is going to be our, we're going to spam that essentially to build up our Omega Charge, and then Robot Sidekick. If you don't have Spore Pod, you could throw Psychic Prison in there. That's what I was using on my Might rotation. Or something else, depending on what you're going for there. But if you don't have Spore Pod, but you have Magma, that's probably what I would do. I would take Spore Pod out, throw Psychic Prison in there. So, or you could also throw in Pyrokinesis as well, and kind of do the dually kinesises. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, this is again, these loadouts are meant to be fun, easy, and I'm really surprised at how well Mental is doing. Honestly, I would say as far as my more recent testing with all the powers and the loadouts, Rage is still the strongest. Ice is probably second. Munitions was probably third. Mental might be up there, top three, easily. Um, so I mean, I'm just saying, and I haven't tested all the powers yet, obviously, but mental is stronger than I thought it was. Let's just put it that way. So we'll go through the normal rotation, and then we'll add on the trinkets and the Constantine buff and all the fun stuff. So here we go. Again, we're just going to spam your cross weapon combos and your cryokinesis, all your stuff there. So we're already at 14. And then as soon as everything pops up and off a cooldown, you're going to hit everything. You're getting your buff off of the Clarion there, your heals there. So we're at just under 14. We're right around 14 million to start. There's an 18 and a half. Do 15. I do like, the more that I test them out together, I actually do like using Spore Pod and Magma together. I like the fact that Magma can't clip. So it has been, I feel like that's been a good thing for me. And it's been a lot of fun. There's a 25 right there. As you can see, I mean, it's can be strong. We hit it just right, and it's good. I like that. That's 25, and that's without any of the. So now I want to try this. If I do Spore Pod first and then click, will that make a difference at all? There's a 19. There's a 50. No, I guess it really didn't make much of a difference. Cross weapon, Omega. That seems to be the good thing too. If you can hit Omega while the AoE from Magma is still there, I feel like it's hitting a little harder. So you're getting more damage. Okay, so now we're back to 10. We're back to reality here. But certain instances, and I'm guessing too, if you get the pages buff, we're going to be. And I've noticed that too. Once you are able to heal yourself, get the buffs from pages, that's where you're seeing those, hits that are above 20 million. Because as of right now, see, like my health is going up, my health is going up, my health is going up. So yeah, every time it seems like that you get the buffs from pages going, you're jumping from, maybe 10 or 15 million up to 20 or 25. All right, let's pop all this stuff. We'll pop Constantine. We'll pop the thing in a jiggy here. We're going to go that. We're going to go hit Spore Pod. We're going to hit into Omega there. Let's see, there's a 20. There's a 23. So I will say, actually, our might loadouts seem to have better peak numbers. So there's a 27. There you go. Okay. Because if you remember, our might loadout did hit 30 plus. So I feel like the peak numbers, much like how it was with Quantum, I feel like hybrid consistently hits more damage, but a lot of times the might build will hit, especially if you're using a supercharge, will hit for higher peak numbers, if that makes sense. So there's 24, yeah. Getting back to reality. So it's interesting though, because with pages, you gotta stay above that, that half, 50% health to get the buffs, because that's where you get those huge. That's where you're getting those huge damage increases there. So just something to keep in mind. But so I mean, we're right around 17, right around like 17 to 20. I mean, on the low end, if you don't have pages buffs going, you're 10 to 15, which I mean, I know is not that great, but if you can get pages rocking and you can get everything in alignment there, you can easily hit, as we saw, 25, 27. So I really like this. I like the fact that this has helped make the hybrid way that I enjoy playing a lot more. It's a lot stronger this way. Let's be real. So overall, I say I like it. Mental is definitely stronger than I thought. I will say. So there you go. I mean, try it out. Let's do one more thing though. So let's take Spore Pod out of the equation, and let's put Psychic Prison in there, and let's see if, because for those of you who don't have Spore Pod, let's just see randomly here, right? So we're going to pop that. It's just the same thing, except we have Psychic Prison in there instead of. Will it make a huge difference as far as the damage? Let's see. I don't know. But we're gonna see. Will it make a huge damage difference? I don't know. Oh no, not really. I mean, it's basically right there. I mean, you're still right around 18, 20 million. So you could even spam cryokinesis there a few times if you wanted to. But I mean, the damage difference isn't really, it's negligible. It's really negligible. So, yeah. So if you don't have Spore Pod, use Psychic Prison. Cool. Alrighty, guys. Well, I think with that being said, I'm going to conclude this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, see you soon.